obviously the Khalid. Now, I don't want to do any predictions, but who do you think came out on top there on that draft?
On that draft, I feel like BREN Esports really got that win on the draft, mainly because of that Farsa pick that it was the cherry on top for them. They already had a lot of lockdown. They already had a lot of good things happening around their draft, but capping it off with that Farsa was indeed the cherry on top for me, giving BREN Esports the win in that draft.
There we go, and we are headed into the game here. BREN Esports versus ONIC PH. We are week 1, day 2, and again, we are playing into the game. And once more, of course, MPL Philippines Season 7 is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusements Board. Heading straight to the fight, we got Jay soaking up a lot of damage on the mid lane. You also see a little bit of an engage here for Lusty, trying to go for a bit of harass before they can take that buff. And again, big fight here happening.
Yeah.
Hate doesn't really want to go for the engage, does he?
Yeah, I feel like BREN Esports here just trying to go with an aggressive play early on, but still trying to maintain a safe distance. It was quite effective, but ONIC PH still got what they wanted out of that fight, and now we're seeing quite the rotation coming in from Lusty. We'll meet Chang in that bush, though. Lusty might be in trouble, but he already knows that he has his escape with that rune out there.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, man. Lusty... give him a hero that can do some good damage. He is going to come away with the game. And so far, even at level 1, doing quite a good amount of roaming and giving a lot of information over to BREN Esports.
Yeah, and information is king here. Jay, though, will find Lusty. Might be in a 2v1 situation, but Lusty has always been quite calculated in moving around the map. And this roaming and information gathering for BREN Esports, the question remaining is, what will they do with that information?
That's a good one. So far, I feel like what BREN Esports is doing is just they're taking it a little bit slower here, knowing that they kind of have to buy some time here for Carl TZ to get activated on the Benedetta, who is actually currently double buffed here. So he's going to be able to take some resources away from the ONIC jungle here. But Jay, he still got some good idea of what's happening on the map, though.
Yeah, but looks like BREN will start the turtle here. Will they secure it with a retribution? I think they will.
Yep.
This is a fight.
That's a big one. Carl TZ with a turtle buff. That is so scary. First blood over the flap with the brother coming in close here. He's very low, but does it matter? Apparently it does. Kyrie with the kill of his own. Carl TZ, he's not done. He's got the turtle. He's got the buffs, and he's going to go with the kills.
Man, the sword intent coming in huge for Carl TZ, repositioning, getting kills, getting what he wants in that fight. That gives BREN 3 kills plus the turtle. Might be a 2v1 here. ONIC J.
Look at that, man. Just beautifully done. I feel like Carl TZ is a great guy to put on the Vendetta. High skill cap in the hands of a very young, very talented, very aggressive player. Usually will net you good results.
Yeah, and Carl TZ, reigning finals MVP for both national and international championships of BREN Esports, and a high skill cap hero such as the Benedetta, as you said, would yield to a lot of good results here. But in the top lane, Iyaknu might find trouble in a 2v1.
Yeah, that could be bad, but so far I feel like Iyaknu is one of those veteran Khalid players, so he's not going to go for it unless they know they can get something in return. However, Hate, of course, is not in any position to go for the fight as well, knowing that Lusty is not really showing himself on the map. So he's not really sure if he can go for the engagement or not.
Yeah, and he will be safe for now, but we are seeing at least 3 members from BREN Esports hovering towards the top side, and we're seeing Jay responding as well. This might be a possible 2v3, but looks like Iyaknu will be clearing out the minions first, which is a good indicator that he knows how to stay safe underneath that turret.
He absolutely knows what he's doing, and he is just gonna have to buckle down. He's gonna have to strap in. It's gonna be a long ride. Carl TZ with the turtle buff really is a really scary guy to deal with on the map, man.
Yeah.
It's like, where are you even gonna go?
But look at this, though. Feel like this is quite the aggressive maneuver coming in from BREN Esports. This might be a full-on fight here. The turtle not yet started.
Oh boy, it's gonna be big. We got one big kill for Flap TZ. Can there be more? Again, They're swapping positions so fast. I didn't even know what happened in that exchange. Turtle is back on the field. Yakno engages with the Sandstorm, but not really hitting anyone. And that's going to be the disengage for both of our teams. And I have to say, ONIC, they are reacting so hard to whatever BREN is doing on the map.
Yeah, BREN Esports dictating the tempo right now. 5 minutes inside the game, and another turtle goes down to BREN Esports, and we're seeing a roughly 3K gold lead for the side of the rating world champions. Rather, we're not seeing turrets going down just yet, but for the objectives existing, such as the turtle, BREN Esports already have at least a 2-turtle lead against ONIC PH here, which might be huge if you're talking about the mid-game power spike.
It really is. I feel like this is something that BREN Esports just really loves to come out on top with. And you know what? They're happy with where they are, I think. At this point, 4-1, that's not a big deal so far for ONIC PH. They can hold on for dear life, but they will get dove in anyway by BREN Esports. We got some pretty big engages. Carl TZ happy with the turtle buff. Look at the aggression that he's showing right now. Iaknu, again, very veteran on the Khalid already, just gubs out with his life.
Yeah, but off cam though, Lusty did fall down to the Chang'e. And Chang'e getting that 1 kill, he makes him go 2-0 already. That's a lot of gold going towards the Chang'e. Might be enough though, 2v2 here in the top side.
It's a big 2v2. Jay again controlling that very, very well. Rebo with the feather airstrike as usual. The GOAT, the greatest of all time, still playing very well. And Kyrie with a fadeaway there. Oh man.
Kyrie was a little bit too aggressive there in the mid lane. Must have been his confidence. He was 2-0 when he tried that play, and now he's 2-1. But speaking of 2-1, there's a 2v1 here in the bottom side.
Look at this guy, D-Lar. He's going nuts here right now on the Bakito. A little bit more, and that could have been a lot of deaths for BREN Esports. But so far, BREN respecting the opposition very well here. And this is a good sign for ONIC. At least they have some fight in them, despite being down 3,000 gold in the game.
Yeah, and for BREN Esports, Flap TZ and Carl TZ, the TZ brothers, doing well with both bragging that 2-0 scoreline as they try to take down this third turtle of the game. Will they be able to zone out ONIC PH here? We do see Iaknu just hovering over the corner. Will the steal happen?
That's very unlikely. Third turtle of the game going over to the Prodigy, to Carl TZ. But of course, will be traded with a tower real quick by ONIC on the bot side.
Well,
now, that's going to mean that more control is going to go over to BREN, but can there be more?
Yeah, one turret for each team here. The top side for BREN Esports, for ONIC PH, they did get that bottom side. Might be good for them if ever they try to take down the door, but they're trying to take down each other.
That is big. Flap TZ again with a kill on the Kyrie. That's 2 for this guy. And they are falling apart real quickly here in the mid lane. Iaknu very low as well. Activates a quick sand guard to get back up in. They can defend, but so far, the pressure is real coming from BREN Esports.
Yeah, the pressure is real coming in from BREN Esports as they just they've been pressuring ONIC PH
right now.
Everything inside the map is just working out for BREN Esports. ONIC PH has been responding left and right to BREN Esports, but not really taking their own objectives, which is a big indicator where ONIC PH, they need to make their own plays and not just adjust and readjust over to the next place of BREN Esports.
And to be fair, they are trying to buy time for Hate to get activated on the Roger. With the Windtalker on, maybe they want to go for more fights, but so far Lusty and Rebo has been so proactive in activating the fights. Few on the Sylvana. This is the perfect guy to hold this hero. Good control each and every time he goes into a fight. We might see a big one here under the turret. We got 3 members of ONIC in with a great way of the dragon in. Few will be able to comedic lance out of there with a spiral strangling. He will take on D-Lar.
Oh my god, the execution coming in from BREN Esports is super clean. It feels like they didn't even take a break in the off season. They're as in form in their world championship here. And looks like the Lord will be spawning and they'll be taking the turret in the mid lane for now. BREN Esports looking to take down ONIC PH.
Gotta go for the Ragey Sandstorm away, playing defensively as ONIC PH is. Electro Final Blow zones out those minions. And Carl TZ, still very much hungry for blood, is very low though, will be forced to back off. And again, as you said, we got the Lord spawned up. This should be an easy take for BREN, if only they had health. So far right now, ONIC is a lot more healthy, so they can go for fights if they wanted to. But again, the confidence of BREN Esports, just something that kind of takes you by surprise sometimes.
Yeah, and not just the confidence, the map control as well. I feel like their confidence is reflecting on the control that they have inside this map. We are seeing from bot lane, top lane, mid lane, whatever lane you're talking about, it's just pushing towards the favor of BREN Esports. And map control is key to winning games. When you control the map, you get more resources, you get more gold. As you can see on our graph out there, it's always been in the hands in BREN. It only grows as they control the map even further. But in the bottom side, Sylvana try to escape. Let's go back to the top side. The turret will fall down to BREN Esports, and we're looking at a 5k gold lead.
That's a big one. And again, Few will get taken out without any answer for BREN Esports, except for Lusty going in for Kyrie. Will be damaged up right really heavily. Flickers out just for the defense. You go with the meteor shower. Oh, that's a lot of damage. It really does hurt. Carl Teasy goes for chase. That's hate with a 1v1. It's a 1v3 actually. And everyone from BREN is just not in position to back up Carl Teasy. And again, there you go. Flap Teasy tries to go for the backup. Reggie Sandstorm to force a fight. But Flap Teasy, he is just nowhere to go for safety. And Hate, he gets a kill. That's free down for BREN Esports.
Oh no, Jay might be in trouble here, but looks like Rebo won't get the kill. ONIC PH starts the Lord, and this might be used. They're low on HP. Feathered Airstrike.
Very low with a Feathered Airstrike. Imperial Justice locks down Hate. He can't do anything except like and bounce in, and he takes out Few. Can there be more? Two members of ONIC PH. Very low. Kyrie, no man as well to go for the fight. Lusty with, of course, the soaring eagle there, or the circling eagle, will be able to dive in, but that should be the end. ONIC PH, they don't want anything to do with this one right now with Rebo and Lusty. What a scary combination.
Just when you thought ONIC PH choked out BREN Esports, gave them a taste of their own medicine with the pressure, Rebo comes in, gets a few not pickoffs, but actual damage around the Lord area. They immediately respected it, and that was an instant recovery coming in from BREN Esports. And that's how you look at our reigning champions. The instant recovery from a bad play. ONIC PH could have taken control of this game if they got that Lord, but at the end of the day, Rebo was more than enough. The play, the damage, it was more than enough to just take them out before the Lord was even taken.
That was a great in-game, that's basically in-game game sense, right?
Yeah.
That is just knowing where and when you're needed, and they wrapped it up really nicely.
Yeah,
now, we're going to have to wait and see. The goldie is not that big, mind you. So we're at around 4k at 12 minutes. That's not that big. Yaknu, though, will be caught out here.
Oh, no.
Raging Sandstorm locks two of them down.
Oh, no.
With the Meteor Shower, there's good damage, but Flap Teasy, he is so tanky. Electro Final Blow will enable Carl Teasy to get out of there right in time. But look, they're not done. They want to overheat. He is very low and gets taken out. That's a double kill for the Benedetta. And Lusty, he wants more. He wants blood. Kyrie will get hit on, and as well as Jay. Very low. Good damage out for BREN Esports, and still ONIC PH. They're not giving the game out just yet.
Yeah, and just when you thought ONIC PH is back in this game, looks like they're gonna pull off a play here.
That's a big one. Oh my gosh, though. The Meteor Shower not really hitting the mark, but it does enough. That's a two-man stun here for Delar. The damage from Electro Final Blow is real. Circling Eagle at the backside puts Kyrie very low. Cannot help his teammates. Jay is there.
Oh, no.
He's left all alone. That's 2 for none for ONIC PH. Will also have to fall back. And now BREN Esports, they are mad.
Yeah, they got the engage that they want. ONIC PH got a good engage. We have to admit, that was the correct play. But the execution afterwards wasn't that good. And BREN Esports picking up 2 kills, and this might be just more for them.
That's a lot more. Hate gets a kill, takes out Few, but will not be enough. The rest of the members are still alive here. That's 4 down for ONIC. Only Yaknu's up on the field. He's a little bit far off, but the Lord is only around half. We also have some very low HP members from BREN here, so I don't think they're going to be able to completely pull it off, but looks like because Yaknu backed off, they will be able to take the Lord.
Yeah. And actually, good item pickups coming in from BREN Esports here. Looks like they're gonna have this certain power spike for the next fight. And this is a fight that will happen with the Lord hanging around in the top side as well for BREN Esports. They might be able to close this game out or at least clear out several turrets in one big push. But for ONIC PH, they do have the resources to defend. As you said earlier, the gold lead wasn't big, but that was around 4K during that time. After 2 minutes, literally just 2 minutes, we're looking at a way different story with
Huge
around
difference.
7K gold lead.
Exactly. Again, they just want to keep fighting. They know they're at an advantage. Feather airstrike puts him low. And, of course, the bravest fighter from Flap TZ will be very, very happy to dish out the damage. Half HP. It's not a problem. Lord is on the top. It's going to charge in. It takes out the turret as well as the mid lane. Could be another big push. One big fight here. Jay will be able to dodge out the kinetic lance, but will be enough? I don't think so. And that should be it.
Look at the damage coming in from Carl TZ. The Lord is just there. This is a Luminous Lord. They kill them all. And that's game 1 going to BREN Esports.
Very quick and precise. That is the BREN Esports we know and love. Congratulations. Again, this winning moment is brought to you by Oppo. That's really something that is a lot of Angelo users are definitely proud of. Now, we're back on the Alice again, unsurprising at this point. And Kyrie, he's not going to be going for the mid carry. Instead, Hate will be the guy to watch out for in this one.
Yeah, and for ONIC PH, locking in that Alice, we really didn't notice that much that Alice was open here, and the moment that they noticed that, oh, Alice is open, let's just lock it in. Again, Alice, one of the stronger or more contested picks in our day 2 of MPL. We already have one of our more contested picks in the Alice, and the Alice indeed, as we've seen in games that there were actually Alice's playing, it's quite the game for them always. Had good late game advantages, also good mid game plays, but also we are going into game 2.
And this is where ONIC PH really needs to shine if they want a game free against world champion BREN Esports. Back at it again, ladies and gentlemen, with the game, and I think few. What?
Ooh.
A little bit of flex there.
A little bit of flexing,
You know?
a little bit of minor aggression outside of the game, which also happens inside the
Very
game.
passive aggressive there for few.
Or maybe just a slight accident. But yes, we are seeing quite the standard mid lane fanfare here. Few dealing a little bit of damage towards Kyrie, a
Again?
2-man knockup though.
Yeah, and Jay very happy to go do some poke damage, but will be answered real quick instead with Disruption coming in from BREN Esports. Few as well is a great player to put this, put the Lo Yi in, and Jay is gonna be forced to flicker out while buying Hate some time to get that purple buff.
Yeah, that could have been first blood for BREN Esports if he didn't flicker in time, but you know, the flicker in the last second always makes it quite worth it. But looks like Hate will be invaded here. He will be able to secure the orange buff, but that was too close for comfort there. Lusty almost stole away that orange buff.
You know what? I think this is just what you need to do if you are BREN Esports fighting against ONIC PH. Hate is one of the reasons why, you know, Execration was just so successful in the previous seasons as well. Getting picked up by ONIC, they know that they can't rely just on Kyrie alone. So they know, they have an idea of what they need to do to slow down ONIC, right? Shut down the jungle. But right now they want to go for more fights, and Few just caught a lot of damage there.
Yeah,
coming from it.
almost dying in that fight as well, but I love the little detail of him going back to the rotation, knowing that he's safe inside that zone. And that was respected by ONIC PH. They didn't want massive outplays to happen as well. Again, they have to stay careful. They are fighting the world champions as of now, and they're still rebuilding, but looks like they will be the one to pull the trigger here on Lusty.
Whoa! That's a great pickup there, and Lusty gets killed by Kyrie, first blood, enabling a free turtle for ONIC.
Free turtle it is as they secure the turtle, and looks like there will be a bonus kill as well.
And again, that's just going to be Carl TZ answering back real quick. D-Lar with a kill onto Few, and that will not be enough to answer. Carl TZ with the heart guard is able to put on some aggression.
Man, the heart guard on Carl TZ, it felt like he was, let's say, in a disadvantage, but honestly, he was the advantage that BREN Esports had in that fight. Yes, the turtle went to ONIC PH, but BREN Esports cleaned up right after. Here in the bot lane though, a 2v1 might happen, but Jay is already hiding around the corner. Lusty, he does not know that Jay is there.
Yep, and right now I feel like Jay, his roams are a lot better right now compared to last game, where last game he was getting some chip damage in, but no one was actually there to finish the job. He's got some pretty good people to finish the job for him this time around. And I think Rebo,
Lar might be in trouble here. Lar will be running away safely though. Again, this is a Uranus. Simple walk away would make the pain go away.
Yeah, Consecration and the Purify. That's going to be pretty big for him to be able to get out. Now though, oh my god, Kyrie. Again, a really good kill there. I'm a little surprised by what's happening here. Kyrie on the Lunox is surprisingly pretty good.
Yeah, man, we're really getting surprised by Kyrie here. 100% kill participation so far. But look at this, Hate already half on HP, but the shields are there, and BREN Esports won't continue their fight. Looking at 4 minutes inside the game, we have a 1k, no, actually just a 400 gold lead for the side of ONIC PH. Is still quite close.
Yeah, quite close indeed. I mean, I would attribute this to Flap TZ, just not ready to fight yet. He's trying to accrue some experience so he can be battle ready, but the rest of BREN Esports lineup is, if you think about it, they're actually quite squishy.
A little bit squishy, but they do have the Esmeralda. But the problem with Esmeralda, without the shield,
he's not joining the fights yet.
Yeah, true, but look at this, a 3v1 here in the bottom side. That's an easy kill, plus could possibly be the first turret of the game as well, but the ulti is coming in.
It's a fake.
Oh my god, it's a fake.
It's a fake. They just slow down the push. And that's just what you do, man. You push down. You go for the diversion, and, you know, it's either there's something there or there isn't.
And the diversion there really diverted the enemy team, knowing that ONIC PH will respect, might be a big teleport coming in from BREN Esports. They immediately repositioned to safety. Could have been the entirety of the plating in the bottom side, but because of that diversion, their attention really was diverted into something else.
Yeah.
And going back to the mid lane, we have what is happening to Dlar here. I feel like he's trying to get a few things happening, but what might happen is he dying to the Esmeralda. Quite unfortunate for BREN. Oh, for ONIC rather.
And of course, there will be an answer on the bot side. Finally gets a kill, and finally a turret. Most likely, if they get Lusty, and they do, that's a double. For Hate, another kill. For Kyrie, off camera kill over and over and over again on the mid lane here.
Oh no.
This guy is surprising.
Carl TZ getting that 1v1 in the mid lane would have been a kill, but you know, you gotta play it safe. BREN is already losing out more than they've been gaining for the past few minutes. We have seen BREN Esports try to pull off a little bit of their usual tactics, but ONIC PH already had answers to them early on, and now we're seeing it a game where ONIC PH is actually ahead of BREN Esports by 4 kills. Not so much in gold, but those 4 kills are massive in terms of building the confidence that ONIC PH needs to match BREN Esports.
Absolutely. I mean, confidence is going to be key. Fighting off against one of the most scariest teams in the MPL. Again, Carl TZ playing so confidently under the enemy lines, and they will get some damage on the Hate. Going to be able to form on out of there, but Flap TZ with the Heart Guard is not something you can run away from really easily. One more Love Waves will take him out, and that is going to be mission accomplished for the BREN Esports duo.
Man, cool guys, don't look at Explosion. It was the fade away Love Wave, and not only did they get the kill, but man, they did that in style too. A 3v1 dive, or maybe a 3v2, given that the Angela is inside of the Esmeralda. It was still stylish to look at, and for BREN Esports, they're not too much styling on ONIC PH, but they are winning the fights right now. Jay might be in trouble. That's the Paquito going in, but he will just recall back to safety.
Again, Dlar is also not going to be safe against Esmeralda. Look at that. Those shields are getting absorbed here. Yaknu suffering on top side as well. And Dlar can kind of face off against Flapteasy, but again, just so much pressure under the turret.
Yeah, and pressure is the specialty of BREN Esports in Game 1. It is happening again for ONIC PH. ONIC PH had been providing answers to early aggression coming in from BREN Esports already, at least for this game, but they haven't been able to continue doing it. Jay!
Oh, look at this guy! Will not be able to walk on out there. Even if you go for Shunpo, your shield's just gonna get absorbed and penetrated by Flapteasy, so just nowhere to go there for the main tank of ONIC PH.
And Flapteasy has been playing or hovering around the area quite good here.
Carl! Oh, Kyrie, a shutdown on the Carl TZ. That is huge! They're fighting off under the dispersion, and Hate gets a kill again. And ONIC PH, they're not done as of yet. They are gonna fight off aggression versus aggression, and the lead of BREN Esports is
another stalemate here in Game 2. We're seeing just a 300 gold lead coming in from BREN Esports, and ONIC PH, they're coming up with the kills, but not so much on the objectives. We are seeing BREN Esports still getting the best of them in terms of gold. Flapteasy here, Heart Guard.
Oh, want to go for the fight again? Flapteasy will be able to regenerate very, very quickly here, especially against heroes like the Uranus. However, the Hard Guard will be able to buy some time here. Flapteasy has the slowing factor of the Angela to help him out. Jay's going to be very, very low. Has to be destroyed there by Flapteasy. Nowhere for him to go.
Yeah, and if we were talking about the group of BREN Esports here being a little bit squishy, might I just say that they're deceptively tanky instead because of the Angela. We've seen it countless times already in this game. That Angela pick is providing deceptive tankiness to BREN Esports that it's baiting out ONIC PH into making plays that they don't want to happen. Flapteasy was down half HP in that fight, but the moment the Angela came in, the moment the Angela gave him enough survivability, it was more than enough for Flapteasy to pull off great plays. But look at this, Flapteasy might be in trouble again.
That's really saying something. Again, Flapteasy on the Esmeralda. His fake tankiness is two parts. First is the shields, right? And then second is the regeneration from Frost Moon's shield. So we'll see if that's going to be a factor here coming into the fight, because Dilar seems like he's still ready to go, despite what I just said, because Flapteasy, he's out of the question right now. Fight under the jungle here of ONIC PH. Lussie, he is in a very bad position. Flapteasy again in the middle of everyone with the Hard Guard. Actually, that's Carlteasy rather, and he gets some lifesteal back in. A shutdown, a very crucial one onto the Hate. But again, the intercept is real for Yaktu. He dives in, he gets another, and Dilar will be the one to pick it up instead. Overall, ONIC just having a lot of fun here on the bot lane. Flapteasy, he is shielded up. That's 4 people from ONIC, who is very, very scary. He's got the damage with Kyrie. He's got the tankiness with Dilar, and the minion wave is the only one that they can control. Flapteasy re-engages with a falling Star Moon, but not really making a big difference.
And this is why you pick the Alice for ONIC PH. Not only did they get 2 kills, the damage was real coming in from the Alice. The mobility and the regen, the sustainability inside the fight is actually what made the Alice good. He was 100 HP by the end of that fight, but he still survived. He still didn't give out a kill. And ONIC PH, with that team fight win, actually is now up by 1k gold against BREN Esports. Again, 1k is just really small for now, but for BREN Esports, being behind is still being behind. But we're looking at Carlteasy right now. Still good play with the Angela early on, but it wasn't enough to get them the win. That was a 4-for-1 trade in that fight, and you do not want to take that against ONIC PH, who again has that Alice for late game insurance.
Yeah, the problem with that Carlteasy Benedetta is the less targets you have, the less lifesteal you'll have. So the lifesteal isn't as massive as you think it should be, despite Carlteasy being quite ahead in terms of economy. So that's why they kind of lost out on that last one. But right now, I feel like BREN Esports, they still are lurking. They're still waiting for ONIC PH to make a mistake.
Yeah, and we are looking 12 minutes inside the game. The Lord is already up near the bottom side. And if one team chokes out a play or maybe makes a crucial error around this Lord, we might see tragic turnarounds here. ONIC PH, I feel like they need to get that Lord. They need to secure that Lord to make sure that their lead will not be gone after a few bad plays. Lar here might be in trouble. Benedetta is there.
This is where Benedetta will definitely shine 1v1s in a long, prolonged fight, but that's
Oh,
not
no.
the case here. We got a big one around the Lord area, and that's going to be Kyrie going down. That's a killing spree for
Flapteezy.
Flapteezy, but looks like he is not done. Wants to go for the fight. Iaknu, oh my god, he hit the wall. He should be very, very low, and will be the winter truncheon for a few more seconds alive before he gets taken out by BREN Esports.
BREN Esports with a massive comeback with Flapteezy and the Angela connected in him. Flapteezy on this Esmeralda was just immortal in that fight. He couldn't die. The shields was there, the regen was there, the damage was too real, and everyone in ONIC PH tried to take him down. They tried to kill Flapteezy, but only to fail. And this might be a free lord for BREN Esports as they look to take it down. This is BREN Esports reversing the tides of the battle here. Now they have the lead. Now they have the Lord. What will happen next?
I mean, I'm really curious about that as well. Flapteezy with a hard card, like you said, is a literal immortal hero. And again, putting Angela on the hands of the GOAT. And as well, rather few. The GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT.
So the decision making is just there. The years of experience in ML, you can feel it.
Yeah, and a lot of that experience also carried with the way they move around the map. Again, this is similar to what happened in Game 1. All three lanes in the favor of BREN Esports with the Lord marching in the top side. They're rotating in a 1-3-1 right now with 3 members invested in the mid lane, just trying to take down turret after turret. In the top side, Flapteezy already gets that 1 turret, and in the mid lane, this will force ONIC PH to defend.
That's under turret, but ONIC is still having a hard time. Electro final blow inside the base, but still able to get out. Flapteezy, what a big monster in the middle of the fight here. D-Lar cannot sustain. That's a monster kill for Flapteezy, and they are inside the base as of now. Falling Star Moon under the turret once more. Kyrie doing some good damage on back foot. Ayaknu as well, going for the kills as much as he can. And Carl TZ answers back with a kill of his own.
Yeah, Carl TZ still not done with this fight. They're still entering, still getting the kills. That's a double kill for Carl TZ. Might be a triple against the Alice. That's Electro final blow. This the damage is real. That's 2 ults burnt. Winter's Truncheon might be the last one. That's godlike for Esmeralda. And looks like it's 3 people alive for BREN Esports, and for ONIC, almost a wipe out.
Almost a wipeout, man. That's the power of the Esmeralda. The reason why it gets banned off all the time. And it looks like ONIC PH are not left with many defensive options. D-Lar is back on the field. He can go for the clear. The base should be safe, but for how long? Go for the fight again once more. Jay with a kick off. Immortality will be popped, and the answer back. Falling Star Moon barely misses off on the choke. D-Lar does not have enough sustain to deal with it, and because of that, all inhibitors are down. Jay very low. Hate rampaging in the middle of the fight. It's gonna be a great escape! Oh my god! And Flapteezy answers back real quick here. Hate as well will be left running as they go back to the base and clear those minions coming.
Diverting with style. Few with a big ultimate to make his team survive. What a fadeaway coming in from Few. And now we're looking at BREN Esports establishing control by putting down 3 inhibitors and not even suffering a lot of bets. Again, mainly because of that great diversion coming in from Few. Now, the situation is this. We're 17 minutes inside this game with BREN Esports having a commanding 13k lead. ONIC PH, things are looking dark for them.
Yeah, absolutely. ONIC PH left with no inhibitors to defend their base. They are going to have to buckle up for the long haul, as they will need to kind of wait maybe for BREN Esports to make a boo-boo, but that's very unlikely at this point of the game.
Yeah, and for BREN Esports, looks like the discipline is kicking in as well. They have the resources to just go in and try to end this, but they're still playing carefully. Flapteezy, though, already in front of 2 people here. Might be pulling off the Star Moon.
That's a big miss. That could be an opening here. ONIC PH, can they get for more? However, D-Lar is put onto half Electro final blow in the middle of the fight. Again, will be missing the targets. And ONIC, they're surviving. They're able to sustain long in the team fight, but will they get some kills? Let's find out. Flapteasy again with the heart guard is able to save it into half HP, but again, Rebo, his effectiveness in the fight as this game is progressing, it's dropping slowly but surely.
Yeah, and for BREN Esports, they need to close this out. This is the best option for them. Try to take down this Lord, try to wipe them out, get ONIC PH while they're at their weakest, but looks like they're gonna contest this before the Lord even starts.
That's right, it's a big one. Yaknu as well gets a kill on the few. That is quite massive. And the big knock-up here from Jay, that is great. However, again, legendary is the status of Flapteasy here. Will he be able to hard guard back off? There is nowhere to be found. And that's a double for hate. Oh my god, is this the turnaround? It's a mortality there. And that will be Lusty going down real quick. And that's a triple for hate on a Roger with Rebo to spare. Oh my god, is this the comeback?
Another 4-4-1. This time in the favor of ONIC PH. It looks like they will get this Lord for free as well. The Uranus will be forced to defend, but let's look at what happened in this replay. Look at this. No hesitation. Zero hesitation at all. Let's go in. Beautiful. They knocked him up, and look at the damage just coming in from the Roger, shutting down Carl TZ. It's just going on left and right for ONIC PH, and now that things are going right, they have the Lord. 3 lanes are open, but this might just be the opportunity that they've been waiting for 19 minutes in.
Just as I was saying, a big boo-boo was unlikely for BREN Esports. ONIC PH proves me wrong and comes a swinging. Again, an opening like that is very rare, and they should fully capitalize on this.
Yeah, and looking at the gold lead, it's suddenly diminished from 13k to 2. It's all that, or not even 200 200 here. That's massive for ONIC PH. 13k gold swing going towards their favor. Lord pushing in the top side. All lanes are quite in their favor for now, but that's not gonna last long. This might be the final fight, Rockhard.
This could be a big final fight, but BREN Esports, they are still ready to defend. They got some pretty good gold in their members already. Jay could be big. Oh my god. Positioning is just not there for BREN Esports at all. The Lord is proving to be a very difficult ordeal to handle as the rest of ONIC clear out the top and the middle inhibitor turrets.
Yeah, and top and mid now open for BREN Esports. If they die here, they lose now. The Alice is inside!
Oh! That is huge! And again, the Winter Truncheon will be expended. That might be a signal for ONIC PH to back off. BREN Esports successfully defend, and they're on the chase.
Yeah, and chasing down the members of ONIC PH. Will this be a fake?
Oh my god, what was that? A 4-man diversion straight into the enemy heights! And that is a kill that I did not expect. Mega kill for hate though. Oh no! He's gonna get a kill, and that would be a big one. Few goes down. That's a double for hate. Oh my god, they could get more. Ryu with a kill on D'Angela. Flapteasy is still alive, but for how long? Jay is back on the field. He's very low, but can still stun the enemy. Flapteasy, Heart, Moon, Frost Mode, Shield. Oh my god, they take him out, and that's a monster kill. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. It's a wipeout for BREN Esports, and ONIC PH pulled off a miracle.
Miracle comeback coming in from ONIC PH here, capitalizing on the mistakes of the world champions. Here's a replay of their celebration instead, not even the big play. We're looking at
that's super duper interesting, and also Granger. For BREN Granger.
Yeah, we have, wait, Claude was open.
No,
Roger was open.
Wasn't he?
Wait, I think a lot of marksmen are open in this game, but we do see Granger getting locked in by ONIC PH, as this is quite interesting coming in from ONIC PH. They're on their way to get a possible sweep, a reverse sweep rather, for BREN Esports, and if they're able to secure this with these interesting Kaja Granger picks, BREN Esports might be in for a surprise that we actually mentioned early. Might have been a bad omen for our world champions.
We'll have to wait and see if that's going to come true here as we load up into game number 3 for ONIC PH versus BREN Esports on week 1, day 2 of MPL Philippines Season 7. Now, We were talking about how BREN might be a bit lax, starting to become lax, and they're getting into game mode. What does that actually mean? Like, are they even going to play a lot more aggressive? Are they going to play more calculated? What do you think?
I honestly think that BREN Esports, they're going to play a little bit more calculated at this game. BREN Esports, they know that they went in too aggressive for their final fight in Game 2, and that costed them the game. And if you come from that mistake from Game 2, usually your response in Game 3 is to play a more calculated game, a more disciplined game. Again, not that relaxed anymore. You can't do whatever and expect no consequences. And for BREN Esports, drafting this way with both range damage and protection, I feel like the game plan is just that.
Yep, just basically slow it down a little bit more, kind of have more respect for what ONIC PH is doing on the field. And I like it. I really like it because, again, Carl TZ is on a hero that doesn't really fight early game that well. That's the Granger. You kind of need some heavy physical penetration items before the Granger can do some pretty solid damage. And they will have to respect the jungle early on. Plus, this is also an opportunity for ONIC PH to go for those jungle invades.
Yeah, and Lar might be just too aggressive for that jungle invade. The Electro Final Blow might be just it.
That's it, exactly. Oh, a miss! That was a big miss there on the Flame Shot, but the kill will still go over to Kyrie with the first blood again. And it's not just one, it's a double. And then they can get for more here. They can go for that big turtle. Juicy turtle going over the hate would be big. Steal from Rebo will not succeed.
Oh no!
Yeah, with the kickback. Oh my god, they kick out Rebo! And that will be Lusty going down as well for sure.
Oh no! Kyrie with a double kill, ending that fight 4-0-0. ONIC PH looks unreal. That comeback from Game 2, it's still bleeding out in Game 3 in BREN Esports. The Kings might look wounded in this fight.
Man, apparently all you need to do is make the gods bleed a little, and that's going to bolster your confidence in taking a team fight.
Oh no!
They absolutely did! What?
A 3v1 the top side, resulting to another kill going to Kyrie. And we have to take note that Kyrie has not burned his battle spell just yet. He still has that flicker for any aggressive play or any defensive play. And that's a 3-minute clock of destiny for Kyrie, and this will just swing a lot of good things for ONIC PH. And for BREN Esports, slowing down the game is indeed the only option that they have unless ONIC PH pulls a boo-boo of their own.
Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought that Kyrie would be able to scale this quickly, this much? As FlapTZ is again on the top side on the Paquito, has 3 members going in for the kill, will be able to drop out quickly. And again, we will see that a little bit of latency on the observer. Don't worry, that doesn't affect the game. So here we are, BREN Esports buying some time for Carl TZ on the Granger to go online.
Yeah, and going online with the Granger is the goal for BREN Esports right now, but FlapTZ suppressed to the death, and that's another easy kill for ONIC PH, and the fight continues.
Keeps on going as we see BREN Esports. They are... I can feel the concussion of the kills happening here. The rest of the members, they're slowing down, man.
Yeah, and for ONIC PH, it looks like BREN is shell-shocked with what they're doing, but that's a feathered airstrike.
Second turtle of the game going over to ONIC PH. Oh, man. And Kyrie with a monster kill. Can't even get more if he wanted to, but decides to back off, leave the rest to the team, and it should be no big deal. FlapTZ under the turret has that extra 20% defensive options, defensive capabilities, but will not help him in the long run.
What is happening in this Game 3, Rockhart? We're looking at a 10-1 kill score in the favor of ONIC PH, who was below around 14k gold lead in Game 2. And wow, BREN Esports, it looks like they've been... I'm not quite sure how to put it into words. BREN Esports, it feels like they're not BREN Esports.
Yeah, they feel like they've been neutered a little bit. You know, I think that's what you're looking for. As we do see ONIC PH playing so comfortably with the kickback. There you go, with the Way of the Dragon. It's FlapTZ not even able to react in time. Ranger again once more with the Death Sonata, able to slow them down a little bit. Godlike still going to be on Kyrie. Dilar
no.
as well going down as an answer. And BREN Esports gets a kill of their own in that exchange.
Finally, BREN Esports answers back, but that's just one step for BREN Esports. They need to make sure that this one good thing that happened to them will give birth to more good things, because the gold lead is only growing for ONIC PH. We're looking at a 4K gold lead, almost turning into a 5K gold lead for the side of ONIC PH, and this is quite huge 6 minutes inside the game. We're yet to see Kyrie once again in a fight, but take note that Kyrie is a 7-0, and this is a Lunox that will hurt and might just overpower BREN Esports in a fight that might happen in the next 2 minutes. BREN Esports, they need to take it slow, and they need to avoid Kyrie in all costs.
Not to mention, Yaknu has that turtle buff earlier on. So now they have so much gold to deal with. They got more items, which means they're more likely to win this coming turtle fight. And that is scary to think of, considering BREN Esports, they've got a Granger that scales out very slowly, and that's going to be a kill. Lusty, just for the vision, won't be able to even make it. And the flicker in! What an aggressive play there! The Divine Judgment slows down, takes out Few, and that's going to be the answer by BREN Esports, down in the dust.
ONIC. It's all been ONIC for the past few minutes, and ONIC, it's not yet stopping here. They're going in for Flap TZ. They're gonna get down the turret in the bottom side. Oh man, ONIC is playing out of their minds right now in Game 3 of Match 2 in Day 2. This is like they're not rebuilding at all. It feels like they're already in the zone.
Yeah, in fairness, ONIC has been playing together with this roster for a few months now. We have seen them in a few different tournaments, different ones, and they have been showing signs of improvement, but not by this much, man.
Oh no. Farsa just going in with a feathered airstrike, getting a kill, and that's the third kill of Few already. Might be good for BREN Esports here, but they are already down to their inhibitor turrets. Only the mid lane and the top lane turrets has the second tier turret, and make that the mid lane only. BREN Esports, they're slowly losing map control, and you know how important map control is.
Yeah, BREN Esports always drafts for map control. Almost always with heroes such as a Farsa, such as the Diggy. Get those bombs in, get those bombs on the bush, they can give you vision. However, again, that's not becoming enough, man. The team fights are starting to go in favor of ONIC almost all the time.
Yeah, and Lar, he needs to make sure that he stays a little bit safe here. He's in a very dangerous position. Feathered Airstrike will deal a little bit of damage, but that's going to be just a little bit of tickles coming in from BREN Esports, and tickles are not what they need. They need actual damage, they need actual kills, they need actual objectives. Because if you look at the scoreboard right now, they have no turrets pushed, and that's 0 for BREN.
Yeah, it's 7,000 gold at 9 minutes in the game. They also get the bonus, the last minute turtle for Hate. Now, Hate on the Benedetta is just a different beast altogether. I think he just enabled so much for Kyrie, and I can imagine what he can do now that he has the turtle buff.
Yeah, and now BREN Esports, they need to win this 4v1. No, make that a 5v2. That's the ultimate.
Another one by Few. Again, Divine Judgment by Jay on the Kaja. Just catching BREN off guard each and every time. I cannot believe what I'm doing there. And they can go for the push here. Very little that BREN can do in terms of wave clear.
Yeah, and the Divine Judgment has been on point for the Kaja. Flicker in, get the priority target. ONIC PH on a roll right now. Might be an inhibitor turn into top side. That's the damage going in!
Oh my gosh, this should be a very difficult push here. But it's not. ONIC PH are making it work so well. And now 10,000 gold lead against BREN Esports at 10 minutes. This is unheard of.
ONIC PH just silencing the doubters. 10 minutes in, 16-3 is the kill score. 10k ahead of the world champions. Top side is open. Lord is spawning 50 seconds from now in ONIC PH. It looks to be their game to take.
Absolutely. Talent as a very, very difficult fight. Supposedly for ONIC, they make it look so easy, man. And I gotta find out where BREN Esports is keeping the guns because I don't see him right now.
Yeah.
Carl TZ 0, 1, and 2 on the Granger.
Yeah, and for Carl Teasy here, again, reigning finals MVP, it feels as if that they're giving this game to ONIC for free. They haven't been showing up, as you said. Where are the big guns? Where's the game face on? Where's the game, let's say, the game difficulty? Where's the boss music for BREN Esports? The BREN Esports should be the final boss for any Philippine team, and looks like the boss music is not playing for BREN. The boss music is playing for ONIC PH.
That's right. I mean, we were talking about that. They're supposed to be the big villains, the big final bosses, the world champions. So far, being handed the very, very decisive battle here by ONIC PH. Definitely flexing each and every turn. Gold Graph is a steady uphill climb here. No signs of slowing down.
And ONIC PH, they've been finding objective after objective. In BREN Esports, they look shell-shocked. They don't know what to do against this ONIC PH squad that's just rampaging around the map. The top side is open, and mid lane and bottom lane looks to be the next objective to take for ONIC PH. The Lord is a big option for them to start. But again, what happened in Game 2 is that the Lord was the factor, or maybe the X factor, that tilted the game towards to each other team's favor in Game 2. So the Lord is quite risky, not just for ONIC PH, but for BREN as well. If they're able to contest this, if they're able to steal this away, this might just be BREN, but it's going down too fast.
Yeah, and I don't think there is any way for BREN Esports to go near the Lord, let alone go out of their base.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lock-in. That's just the enhanced Lord coming in for ONIC PH. Probably won't be enough to go for the push unless ONIC PH can make a pick-off, because right now, despite being behind by almost 13,000 gold, BREN Esports has still got some clear on their side.
Yeah,
as long as Rebo stays alive.
And as long as, few as well, they do have a lot of range, a lot of magic damage, a lot of wave clear, as you said, Rockhard. And this is the same scenario that they put ONIC PH in Game 2. If miracles happened in Game 2, then I'm quite sure in Game 3 it might just happen too. For BREN Esports, this is the perfect setup to a comeback that they did not want to see in Game 2. This might be their comeback to the comeback of the comeback in Game 2, and there are just layers upon layers of gameplay, and this might just be the final fight.
And here we go. It's going to be a big pick-off here for Jay. Fails on the flicker, but L is going to be able to force off the time journey from Lusty. And now the rest of the fight is happening around the turrets. Flicker out by Flap TZ. They get hate, and that should be it. But looks like it's going to be the ONIC victory instead. Beautifully done there by ONIC PH, beating the world champion BREN Esports.
What an achievement